Welcome back to another weekly Reddit review. I'm a Fin Commit. Today I thought that I was playing Palia, but then I realized I was doing chores in a cuter world. Anyway, so let's get to it, shall we? If you enjoyed this so far, don't forget to give this video a like. Let me know in the comments what you think as we go through these, and if I miss anything, link it to me in the comments. Alright, this is submitted by one of our mods. These small moments make me cry of joy genuinely. I started playing Palia 2 weeks ago to try and escape reality a bit, and I've been loving it ever since. I found comfort in so many characters. This game is truly helping me make it through tough times. I always stop to chat with my favorite characters, and I was caught off guard when Einar asked me how I was feeling. Even more when you could give an honest answer. And honestly, I'm usually insensitive to plain wishing the best for you, but having one of my favorite characters suddenly ask me how I feel, and then proceeds to try to cheer me up, it felt really nice and comforting. But I was not truly ready to open my mail later and finding this letter. Dear Million, I'm sorry to hear your day was going roughly. Here's a little something that I hope may make it smoother. With a big shiny blue pebble attached to it, I actually cried. I'm obsessed with rocks and shiny stuff. IRL, being gifted cool little trinkets like that is one of my most comforting things to me. And that shiny pebble is now proudly in the center of my table in my house. I want Einar to be my best buddy now. He made my day so much better. I have to hand it to Singularity 6 for just coming up with like one of the best writings, I guess, for the characters. I've never played a game like this before that has so much writing in their characters. And the facial animations and everything, it really is just like you're watching a Disney movie, right? So, Mahara-kun, yeah, I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. I mean, that is probably one of my favorite parts about Palia itself is the NPCs. And then the other side of it, gonna stop playing. This game was so awesome when I started playing, but accomplishments and socializing has been increasingly less satisfying as a cozy game. I think what everyone thrives for in the game is plushies, which only contributes to the housing plot as a decorative item. They introduced block building much like Minecraft or a lot of other base building games, but it takes a lot of material and mining to achieve such block building. The furniture sets are fancy, but you have to mix them up and to get exactly what you want in your home, creating the challenging aspect of crafting or buying it all. All in all, this game doesn't feel cozy anymore. There's just too much to do in order to achieve what you want. Now it's a strategy game in your opinion. So Narrow Stranger, that's really interesting. I think that cozy is a state of mind, and we are living in a time now where there are a lot of games that are billed as cozy and they are not necessarily cozy. Palia is one of the first games where it's billing itself as a cozy MMO, and you know, while there are games that even have the title cozy, or they even have the word cozy in the title, I really think that cozy is what you're comfortable with, right? For me, you know, when I'm not playing Palia with all my community, you might find me in a space game. And yes, flying out in deep space, scanning stars is cozy to me. It's quiet and it's calming and immersive. So, you know, to a degree, like I agree with you. But also at the same time, you know, it's all about what you put into it as well. If there's got to be something for you, and if not, it's okay. It really is okay. But you know, I invite everybody who's watching this right now. We have a really cool community in our Discord, so check out the link in the description, and I'll see you there. All right, so let's check out if you actually spawned in Kilima. I don't know if this has been posted before. If you guys actually materialized and kill him on one random day, would you actually be able to survive? This is a silly thought, but I was imagining this the other day, and my first thought was, oh no, my meds, where would I get them? Also, our avatars run all the time for long distances. That made me think I'm too lazy for that IRL, even though there's a quick travel option. No matter what, I'd 100% love to be able to visit Palia and get out of my comfort zone. So, I'm going to nerd out here for a second. How many of y'all are Trekkies? If you're Trekkie, don't be ashamed. I grew up with Star Trek and Star Wars. And to me, okay, in Star Trek, when you would go through a teleporter, they would actually clean you of any kind of diseases. They could like filter it out because they're literally separating your particles and then rematerializing you somewhere else. So That's kind of what I think happened. Maybe we were preserved in a way. Maybe we had like, maybe we were stored in the cloud or something. And 10,000 years later, AI has, cleaned all of our stuff out. Maybe we were all just neurodivergent and that's just the whole thing. But that's actually pretty funny. Quite the nice screen name too, Bitchy Peachy. That's cool. What do y'all think though? Would we have been able to survive? I've been patient with cost, but this is excessive. Liminomer says, I get it. The company needs to make cash. However, to sell a bundle separately is just absurd. I was bummed out when they released the Froggy set with just the can and fishing rod, and then they released the rest for a separate cost. Seriously? Meanwhile, full sets are available for the same price. It rubs me the wrong way because it's if they know that people want certain sets and are capitalizing on that. And yes, I will write the feedback to them. They could easily update the bundle and add these to it and make so many players happy. I agree with that. I'm not a fan of separating the tools that are on a set. Like if I originally bought a Froggy set, it would be so much cooler if they're just like, hey, by the way, we didn't include these originally. Here's additional tool sets that you can use. That right there is going to increase the value and it's going to increase retention. Those are two big things that people love. I agree with you. Also on that same token, I also think that it would be worth it to sell them individually too. But for like a much cheaper price. In my opinion, I think that if they were to do this correctly, well, I don't know. I'm gonna see what everybody's opinion is on this, but I think if they were to do it correctly, right? If you bought all of the items separately, it would cost more than to buy them in the set. But if you bought a set, like a season pass, if you will, then you would have those items and then there you go. And that's something for you, Singularity 6. That's something for you. Yes, it is a free-to-play game, but what if we had something where we had sort of a season pass where we would get all of the like the premium items, for like a flat rate a month or something. Just saying, that'd be cool. Stay a long while, and listen. I wear its free stuff, yes, but 10 hours of watching a stream to get a plush. Getting the entire drop for Space Marine 2 was what, 2 hours? Good thing you can mute a tab and still have it count. I do support streamers and I have watched some with sound on and it being on screen, but I don't really want to spend 10 hours watching a stream. But hey, free stuff is nice, so thank you. I am a little curious like what everybody thinks. So even though I do stream on Twitch and YouTube, I don't consider myself a streamer. And what I mean by that is I'm not a full-time streamer. I'm not really a full-time content creator for all intents and purposes, but I get it. The idea behind this is to capitalize on people that are casually watching the stream. But obviously if you want this plush, you have to grind for it in a way. You have to pay with your time. And to a degree, I'm okay with that. Being a Palia partner, I am a little biased. And being on Twitch, streaming on Twitch, on occasion, I am a little biased. And the reason for that is because when there's not a drop going on, numbers are typically way, way lower. So it's a nice benefit as being on the other end of the table, so to speak, to have that extra engagement. Now, I'm of the type that if you're going to come to my stream, I'm going to make it entertaining, especially if I have drops going on. I'm going to put in that little extra effort, which is why like my whole thing is house tours. So if I'm streaming on Twitch, you're going to be getting your drops, but you're also going to be entertained. I'm going to be either goofy or we're going to just be touring like a whole bunch of homes and we're just going to have a great time. So, there's that. And there are some people out there that just put up the stream and barely talk about Palia or maybe not even play Palia at all. And if that's how you want to get your drops, that's fine. But in my opinion, if you're going to be spending 10 hours somewhere, spend it somewhere that you're going to enjoy. That's the whole point of it, is for you to be entertained while you're getting something out of it casually. It's supposed to, and Singularity 6, had mentioned that it's not to replace anything. It's basically meant to supplement the stuff that you would normally get in game. But I totally understand where you're coming from here, False Snow. 7754. I totally understand. Yeah, but you got to also think about like the time in which they did these. It's 10 hours spread over how long was it? How long was the campaign? I mean, that's a pretty good amount of time if you just kind of watch like, an hour a day and stuff like that. But obviously, if you want to get that stuff sooner than later, you have to just pretty much leave a tab open. The worst thing just happened to me. I was trying to finish the Twitch drops thing with my limited time for the B plushie, which you need to watch 10 hours for. It was so not worth it wasting 10 hours of my time for a B plushie, and I think the devs are a little out of touch here with 10 hours for a reward. But I got it today and loaded it into the game. 10 minutes later, I get the exact same plushie from Zeki's Lucky Box machine. I literally just wasted 10 hours of my life for this. I would add pictures, but I had only taken them on Instagram to show a friend this absolutely baffling situation. I checked the timestamps and I logged into the game to claim my plushie from Twitch at 4:54, and then I got the second plushie at 5:04. Is that the worst thing or is it the best thing? That's a great question. Edit. Yes, I know people ran into the background to get the reward. No, I could not do that because if I open another app, it stopped running in the background. No, I do not know if I could change that and make it work. And if I could, I don't know how. Easy fix. But that really wasn't the thing I was thinking about when I tried to unwind and have some fun after getting home. Edit 2, please stop commenting about how I'm just stupid or trying to explain to me how to get it to work. I appreciate the people who try to be helpful and I have gotten good tips on what to do in the future, but this is not what the post is about. Especially don't comment if you're just trying to be rude and verbally attack me. I've already gotten the drops reward as I've stated in the post, so your comments about how I should have gotten it, even though I stated in the first edit that I did everything most comments are telling me to do, are not needed. So Fabulous Exchange 1736. I think that's really cool, honestly. Not only did you help out the Twitch community, and like I had mentioned just before, we as content creators on Twitch really appreciate people sticking around. And I try to make it as entertaining as possible. People are gonna lurk, that's perfectly fine. I welcome that. But I'm a big believer that if you're going to spend money my way, or if you're going to spend time my way, I'm going to make it worth it for you. And RNG is a weird thing. I think that that's really cool that you got 2 plushies at once. I don't think that your time was wasted. I know and I understand that you may feel that, but I hope that in those 10 hours, you got a little something out of it. Maybe there was a moment in a stream that you had a little bit of a chuckle. I can only hope. But I know that there are an entire group of people that are just crazy that, you got 2 of them. That's really cool. Well, hopefully next time, somebody else out there gets that same kind of luck and I'll be rooting for you. All right, so let's check out what the top ones are for the week, shall we? Just a reminder, those are some ones that were submitted to me by my mods. If you have any suggestions for me, drop links to them in the comments and let's check this out. So here's a plushie guide. This is really cool. I love these little guides here, how people come up with them. Who is this? I'm looking for some. This is Resident Menu 8753. If you made this, congratulations. That's really cool. That is really cool. When Einar leans down to talk to me, I don't know. It's giving me baby girl vibes. Do y'all get the same feeling? I don't know. Sometimes I get baby girl vibes too. Einar is very tall though, to be honest. I really love the writing for Einar. It is so cool. It is really cool. How? Headbit722 asks how. Okay, let's break this down, shall we? So it looks like these are building blocks. These are building blocks. It looks like it's the stone pillars that are on their side. And I've seen people put the building blocks. They put the farming stuff on top of the building blocks. I don't know if this is Technicore, but it works. If y'all don't know, everything that is like, some people call it glitching, some people call it magic. Here on my channel, we call it Technicore. But I think that's cool though. Janie, oh, Cozy Janie. I created this cozy room using the Lily Ratton furniture set I got from Tish yesterday. I love how this turned out, so I wanted to share it. Cozy Janie, this looks great. I kind of like the topsy-turviness of it, and the color palette that you use here is really cool. Not too many people use earth tones. It's such a very soothing thing. Also, I don't know if you did any editing on the photo too, but that looks really cool. I'm always impressed with people's pictures that they submitted. So Cozy Janie socials, check it out. I have a cake hoarding problem. Oh my gosh, that is a lot of cake. That is a lot of cake. If only we could use some assets as like, I don't know, maybe we need a Palian stock market. Okay, check out this gel fan art from Azurachi. That is detailed. Oh, I love the signature here. I know this is your signature, but like I love that style of it. That is really cool. That is a mood. I think art, like some of the fan art is so impressive. Look at the lighting. Like, look at the lighting. That is so cool. That is really cool. Well done. Well done. Ah, look at this. Look at this half pipe. How many of y'all have a half pipe like on your plot? That is so cool. I love this so much. Livingston the Third. That's cool. This actually doesn't make any sense to me at all. Why do some furniture items look completely different in their display picture than they do when you actually made the item? Like the real item is entirely different than what's shown in the crafting screen. The picture version is so cute. Why do they do this? Who else has noticed this? This bothers me so much. I'm gonna tell you my theory. My theory that I've told the committee, my community, is I think that there were two separate teams. One team worked on the artwork and another team worked on the assets. And maybe there was a little miscommunication between the two. Maybe they had done the artwork for the items ahead of time because they might have used concept art. And then when they put it together, they're like, this design isn't gonna actually work. Or it could have been like, maybe this design is actually more efficient for resources, right? So that's a theory, right? What do y'all think? What do y'all think that is? You know what? I'm just gonna come out and say it. I wish Zeki was a romance option. Ha! And before anybody says he's a cat, yeah, I know. He's not a cat, actually. He's a Grimalkin. Let's get it right. It's also a fantasy game, and one of the romance candidates is a robot. It really isn't that weird. And technically speaking, none of them are actually human, too. That's a naked ostrich. What do y'all think? Do y'all think Zeki should be a romance option? Why? This is by I am cringe but free. Alrighty then. You know, Zeki is one cool cat. He is a mood. I think if there's one ally you would want on your side, it would be Zeki. I feel like he could get you some things. Check this out. I climbed the tower and made it to the top. I got 5 lucky coins for it. Yay, I was hoping for something like a leaderboard or a title for making it to the top. There were some hidden chests around as well that gave lucky coins, so I had 8 coins at the end. Momen Crown. That is awesome. I wish lots of people had more luck. Here's my theory for the tower. The tower is one big usability test. The tower, by putting these items down, right, they are tracking how players are moving within them, and based off of how far players go, that's how they're able to determine how to place like items for quests, right? How far, not necessarily quests, but like the main temples, right? I think that this was a study that was done by Singularity 6 to see how long it would take people to go through a course before giving up, and also test the capabilities of the mechanics of the game on how like people can move around. So yeah, I think this is one big test. This is the test. And, if you happen to make it to the end, cool, that's awesome. You get a little bit of reward for it. I know that it wasn't going to be anything that was, going to like separate people or anything. It wasn't going to be game breaking, but yeah, that's my take on it. I think this is one big usability test, and quite brilliant, actually. Quite brilliant. How far did y'all make it in the tower before giving up? People are so talented. Pirate Pan, yes, they are. This Psyduck. You know what? I relate to Psyduck. If you've played Pokemon, what is a Pokemon that you relate to? Look at this. That is nuts. That is nuts. Castle in the Sky, Young Boss, the 8th. I think it's kind of neat when look at this racetrack. We all agree. Can we all agree real quick that the tour boards need some love. I think we can all agree that the tour boards need some love. However, and this is a big however, when you have creative stuff like this go trending, that is the good kind of trending. But, you know, rewarding people for low effort stuff, that's not cool. I hopefully that, you know, this is kind of why, like, in our Discord we started our own list to boost up people that we really enjoy in our community, and also to just kind of make our own system, right? Let's make our own system fair. I think kind of crowdsource things can just be super fun too, and especially if you find something, you can vouch for it, right? You can vouch for it. Palia is getting me through chemo. Hello everyone, I just wanted to make a short post thanking the game devs and everyone who is nice to me in the game. I've been playing for about a week and absolutely fell in love with this game. I'm currently going through chemotherapy and it sucks. But I'm so glad I have this game to distract myself, since it's so peaceful, most of the time still trying to catch a proud horde Sarnic. I can play without getting tired or stressed. I can just forget about my sickness for a bit and feel at home in the world of Palia. Luckily, I can play in bed on my Switch. I really feel better this round of chemo because Palia makes me so happy. Thank you, Palia. Edit, thank you all for your kind words. My IGN is Nico Honeydew if anyone wants to be friends. Nico, I think you have earned yourself quite a few friends. I hope all the best for you in the world. And I think this is extremely touching. You know, games can be very powerful. If anybody, like, this is the sword that I will die on. Like, games are art, and games can really just get you through some hard times, as well as, you know, I've met so many wonderful people through this little experiment I called content creation. And, you know, a lot of people have been affected by the C word. I won't say it, but I hope that everyone who is going through what you're going through is able to find similar comfort. And I think that this is a really good example of a cozy game that is providing comfort in, you know, in this time. And I really hope that everything, you know, everything gets better for you. Nico Honeydew, go and just give them all the love. Give them all the love. And on behalf of me and the rest of the Palia partners, I hope that you get better and better than ever before. And I hope to see you around too. Let me know if you ever want a house tour. I'd love to sit down with you and talk. When the game glitches, it's not every day you get this close to a Proudhorn Cernic. I know. Have y'all ever had this happen to you before? Like, it's quite magical to be that close to them, but also you're just kind of like, something ain't right. Whoa. M. Kiko. Reth fan art. Wow. I'm experimenting with composition more. Not sure how much I like this one, but it was interesting to do. Let's get a better look at that. Look at the detail on that. That is wicked. That is so wicked. How long does it take you to do something like this? I mean, there's so much detail in this. I can't even. Maybe y'all can tell me what is behind Reth, because I'm clueless, but that is really cool. That's M. Kiko. Hopefully find socials there. Uh-oh, this seems relatable. Palia is really showcasing my ADD. I knew I had ADD, but oh my god, it's really evident in this game. I'll be on my way to talk to Hadari, see a fish circle, so I'll stop to fish. Then there's some copper over there, so I might as well mine that. Oh, look, a butterfly. Loot pile and chat. Gotta find the flare. Oh, getting dark time for hot pot. Suffice to say, my romancing of Hadari is not going well. I feel this in my soul. Sheriff Peaches. Yes. Yes. All right. So true real talk here for a second. I have ADHD. And I consider it to be like hijacking my brain. When I first started playing Palia, just true story here. The sounds would actually give me anxiety, because as you're running around, you would scare a bug, and I would be like, oh, you know, it'd get my attention. And then I didn't really know what kind of a bug it was. I didn't know if it was rare or not. I didn't know if it was common. I just knew that I was like missing out, right? So what has helped me is that I turned all my sounds off, and that's how I record content too. It's less distracting that way. But I turned all my sounds off. That way I play with people, and I just kind of like, I just kind of make my own thing. So now I don't really have that auditory alert that, I'm scaring something away, and I can focus better on, what I'm trying to do, like hunting or particular tasks. So from an ADHD person to an ADHD person, that's what's helped me out. And if anybody else just kind of struggles with that, that's something that might help. Forgot my life alert. Spawned into this area here somehow and couldn't get out. Waited patiently to travel my plot. All I could think was help. I've fallen and I can't get up. Forgot my dang life alert. Oh, are you playing on Switch? I'm sorry if that's the case. Also, I know that I'm pretty sure people have experienced this just on other platforms as well. I'm surprised that Unstuck wasn't working. I know for a time that was kind of having some negative effects, but the whole life alert thing kind of got me like, yeah, there's certain things you hear commercials, right? You hear commercials in your head. Oh, this is another thing. Now I'll tell y'all, Lotel 5549 finally got my ship. I'm so lazy with friendship levels, so Gina was the first one I got to level 4 after 260 plus hours. That's one of the things that I'm saving. I have not done a shep yet, but I think that this is, one of the really cool things. And the cinematics that are in Palia are really, really cool because they incorporate you. I think that's a very powerful thing that Palia has, right? But how many of y'all have found your ship? And if so, what ship did you choose and why? I'd love to know about it in the comments. And if you find somebody that also has your same ship, reply to them and let them, see if you agree or disagree. You could probably mate a friend that way. If this is your house, I love that name. Dinosaurs can't yo-yo. If this is your house, I had to reboot to get the search function to work, so we didn't end up on the same server, and I wasn't able to tell you that your house has been my favorite so far. It was so functional, cozy, lived in, and well put together. I took screenshots for inspiration. I love this. This is one of the perks of the house tours. The owner is Serendipity. Check this out. So I would, let's see, I would classify this as, and I probably will need to go and see it in person. I'll probably have to go see that in person. Y'all let me know in the comments if you want me to pop over here and see this in person and make an assessment. My first take on it is that I'm thinking it's a collector. It could be cluttercore, but I'd have to see it in person to really know. But hey, dinosaurs can't yo-yo. Thanks for sharing. I always appreciate that. Everybody loves a good house tour. Me, my robot boyfriend, and our robot son. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Big toilet cat. Y'all are funny. What is going on here? What is going on here? I think we all know what's going on here. I think we all know. My little entrance. I love this. This is Easy Ambassador 5567. It's not much compared to all the creative things I see here. Hey, listen, I want you to take the W because this is really well put together. I find it very challenging, the pavers, but I particularly like how you use kind of the bigger pieces and then use the smaller pieces to fill in. That's really clever. That is really, really clever. All right, well, that's another week in the books. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know in the comments if I missed anything. Send me links to some Reddit posts and I will take a look at them. If you haven't already, like the video, and I will see you off in the next one. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye.